Everyone remembers the day when Pablo Gonzales found an old photograph in his grandfather's belongings. The black and white image featured a group of men in military uniforms, smiles plastered on their faces. But behind those smiles lay a dark chapter in South American history, Operation Condor. In the mid-20th century, South America was a cauldron of political unrest. The Cold War was casting a long shadow, and leftist movements were gaining ground across the continent. Amidst this chaos, a clandestine operation was born in 1975, a pact between the military dictators of Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, and Brazil, aimed at eradicating any perceived threats to their regimes. This was Operation Condor. Initially cloaked in secrecy, Condor was meant to share intelligence and coordinate efforts to track down and eliminate political dissidents. It became a transnational conspiracy that saw the kidnapping, torture, and murder of thousands. Many of the victims simply vanished, and their families were left with nothing but despair and questions. Pablo, inspired by the photograph, decided to dig deeper. He discovered testimonies of survivors, including Mariana, a woman whose brother disappeared in the night. She recounted chilling stories of torture camps where political prisoners endured unimaginable horrors. Government officials swept these stories under the rug, manipulating the narrative to create an atmosphere of fear. In the early 1980s, journalists began to uncover Operation Condor's web. As the regime in Argentina, led by General Videla, sought to bury its crimes, intrepid reporters risked everything. They smuggled documents out of dark basements, unveiling the scale of the conspiracy to the world. Through their efforts, Condor's horror was brought into the light. As time passed, survivors came together. Human rights organizations began to form, seeking justice. The group led a campaign to hold those responsible accountable. They petitioned governments and international bodies, demanding an investigation into the clandestine activities. In 1992, with mounting pressure, an Argentine judge finally launched an investigation. It was the first crack in the shield that had protected these military leaders. The accounts of victims became the foundation for trials that would last for decades. Yet many key players evaded justice, fleeing to sympathetic regimes or securing tacit protection. The chilling realization was that Operation Condor hadn't just been a localized conspiracy. It was a far-reaching strategy supported tacitly by the United States as they sought to curb leftist influences in Latin America. Pablo, through his research, emboldened others, a new generation who demanded accountability and truth. Books were written, documentaries produced, and slowly the shadows of Condor began to lift. The struggle for truth became an indomitable movement, showcasing the resilience of those who suffered. As he traced his grandfather's steps, an ex-soldier haunted by memories of the dark days, Pablo found closure, but also a mission to ensure that such conspiracies would never again lie hidden, shrouded in darkness. Operation Condor was not just a past conspiracy, it was a reminder of the perpetual fight against tyranny and the quest for justice.